darling, how are you today? And I welcome you back here on Ladies Mental. I'm Nina. If you're new here, I'm building a lifestyle that truly makes me feel grounded and just express the way with my heart to be more present. I've come to the realization, and especially the couple of days and weeks, I have truly tried to reflect a little bit. What are the essences that I can teach you and give you on the way that I've developed this? And I have to say, there is more space for love. The 5 love languages from Gary Chapman. I will express them in a way, how could that be related to our day-to-day life? And not only in partnership, but how it can serve you as an individual, how you can cope with things and have truly a more grounded, present and heartfelt life that you truly enjoy. And that's the main point. We want to have and create a life that truly makes us feel wonderful. If you wish to be part or develop this kind of lifestyle, support my channel by subscribing to it. Let's start now. So the first love language is words of affirmation. That will be mostly communication through verbally, you're expressing the way you feel, and in general, that's your communication style. Number 2 is act of service. You're showing things and the way you show up by truly helping and supporting people. Number 3 is receiving gifts. You're showing handmade and thoughtful gifts, either may they be small or just in that moment the right thing to do. Language number 4 is quality time. It doesn't have to be hours and hours. It can be just more intimate and well spent time that you value. And for the last love language, number 5 is physical touch. You're enjoying just a human connection, which will be more in a physical way. Might that be a relationship wise or people that you're close with. Perfect. Now that we have that covered, the 5 love languages, the essence that I want to touch on is by finding out what is truly a way that you like to express your love, gratitude towards others, or the way you would like to receive it, will be more to focus on. And why that matters is because when you're developing a more grounded and especially finding the ways and thinking and what is truly meaningful and works for you, this will help you to identify a path and lead to a more present life. So don't have that disclaimer that all of that it will be more related to a partnership or in any way of that. Use it more as a general tool for your self-love, for the way that you love your life and will express it. Now that we have covered the first part of the video, 5 love languages can help you to identify what could be maybe needed in that exact moment when you're going through a stressful life or just it's not a nice week and just everything seems to be going not as planned. We all have these weeks, but by having these little thoughts in your mind when we're going to the next sections, that will truly give you the essence and can have a good understanding for you, and definitely have some reflection after this video how you could have a more meaningful relationship with love. Once you have kind of made path and express the way that you truly want, it will only continue to make your love grow more meaningful and it goes in depth. All right, so let's start with love language number 1 again, words of affirmation. In your daily life, that could be look like you're writing a handwritten letter to someone, or if you received a handwritten letter. Maybe you have a friend that is living abroad and you're deciding instead of texting, you have like a monthly recap or report that you send each other of maybe just having good thoughts. And it doesn't always have to be fast-paced. Letters usually take more time and you truly express your gratitude for that friendship or love if it's for a long distance. And it can also be like a small note in the morning saying I love you, or having small little reminders that you can just have on the counter or in your bed, or just as a phone in a way, a digital note, but definitely a handwritten way could be a way of expressing yourself more in words. For the second one is act of service. If you're having a busy week, is there something that you can do to support yourself on the weekend to make your week ahead more manageable or just not as stressed? Is there something that you can divide tasks even, or have specific structure that allows you to not get in a loop where it just seems as overwhelming and there is no way that I can go out of it. By doing so, you will have an easier way of dealing with them. You're getting less stressed. Sometimes it could also be that you can ask for support or make people that you're living with more aware. It could even be your own children, to involve them more in tasks that they are able to do so, which gives you a hand and have that task delegated to someone else. Scheduling someone to cook, or someone does the groceries, picking up the kids, or going to the gym, have the outfit ready, doing the laundry. There's so many things that I can think of that might be so small at the moment, but can have such a big impact. Next one is number 3, which is receiving gifts. Having just a small thing, handmade, when someone is good at crocheting, or could be like a little cookie or treat. By having those small little moments, could be also in your period when your partner is giving a lovely little heads up, or you're making it yourself, you have it marked in your calendar, and you can truly look forward to these moments. Moving on to the next point, number 4, quality time. Especially if you're an introvert like me, or sometimes just love to spend time for yourself, and sometimes people, they don't always understand that. But it's not always about your own quality time. It could be quality time with your family, and that could be scheduling that maybe sometimes too, or make proactive decisions that these quality times can happen, and just put everything a bit aside that will not truly serve your moment or have that quality time supported. One of the things is, especially if you're not living close with your families, such as me, where I'm living now abroad, it is more and more important to spend the time that you have with them with quality. But it's just being also present in that moment. I'm not saying that there has to be like a huge expense at that day. That's not really the point. For me, it could be also just having a cup of coffee together, or talking, making a little puzzle. There are so many things. And I especially find, just because you might have a bit less time with each other, don't feel the need to always compensate it with very expensive things, dates, or just in general going out or buying things. For me, as I've become so grateful for what I have and truly cherish the simple moments, which are so precious and they're gone so quickly, I cannot emphasize it enough to just look out for these moments, and these are more the quality times. We're coming now to our last point, is physical touch. Hugging your partner, hugging your friends or loved ones is truly an amazing feeling, and it can make you so much more grounded. Or by just having yourself up, wrapped up in a blanket, having a warm drink by yourself, having maybe a candle, or just having the hygge feeling. You might have heard of that Scandinavian word hygge, where you just take a moment in a cozy space for having a cup of coffee, or a little talk with someone, or just reading a book. Feeling the presence to your senses in a way. And I think that physical touch might be sometimes even neglected, just for touching with fingers. It could be also the breeze that is going through your hair when you're outside, or the wind, the seasonal change. This is also a physical way that we can find more presence in our life by actively taking a deep breath, or just close your eyes for a moment, feel anything, such as the warm sunlight on your skin. It's so beautiful today. I didn't believe that they will be so nice, but I take it as a blessing. Or having lovely moments and cuddle with your pets. Why wouldn't that be such a great feeling? Or just cuddling, and especially approaching now the more autumn winter season, I'd say everyone is more a bit cozy wrapped in their own home. So these are actually all the 5 love languages. With that being said, a simple lifestyle will amplify more love, will cultivate it more, it will give it more presence, and love can give so much more. Wouldn't that be amazing to implement more love? Might it be platonic or whatsoever? The love to yourself, the love, the way you receive your art, or the way you express yourself. Now that you have heard all of these 5 languages and the way that you can express them in your own life and have examples, I would like you to reflect 1 week for each love language. Having little notebooks of you, or write them in your phone and see, is there anything that could match this love language, such as words of affirmation. I've received such a nice text while I was on a very busy meeting, and it just made me truly feel hurt. Or could it be that when you came home, someone just put out the dishes or made dinner, that this act of service truly meant a lot to you? By giving you 5 weeks time, each week you will decide a different love language, or you could also do 2 per week if that's maybe easier for you to have a bit of wiggle around, but that truly makes it more present for you. Write these things down and you will quickly see, hey, there is kind of a pattern that I love to receive or have, and it makes me truly grounded, and especially in a way when I'm not feeling that way, what can I do to get back to that stage? I hope that you could bring a bit more love into your life, and with that being said, I truly wish you a lovely day. I would also love to know in the comments if you ever considered anything of these 5 in terms of a simplified and more present lifestyle. If so, let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for your presence. Subscribe if you haven't done it, and we'll see us next week. Thank you. Bye bye.